fuel, give me fire, give me vox that I desire.
Start over again.
Oh, no.
I don't think the recording was going.
He didn't have the recording going.
There's a 3-second delay on it. So
3-second delay. I think we got it. Okay.
Well,
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me vox that I desire. Ooh.
In like a Metallica mode today.
Yeah, absolutely. I just came to me like last minute. You said Connor, give me some sound, and that I was like, okay, well, that's what we're going on.
The lightning bolt of inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
well,
welcome. Good, good. Buddy.
Well.
Got to hang out all day with you Saturday, and little baby Connor's here with us too. Connor was at the tournament, and one of the OGs, Greg, is joining us tonight. So
how's it going?
Yeah, we're airing some grievances tonight, right, for Festivus.
It is my favorite holiday.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Thanks to the Day of the Dude, I suppose.
Yeah. So this is
I'm kind of doing both tonight.
Episode 101. We're recording these out of order. It's recording magic. So this is episode 101, and Greg is here to talk his favorite holiday, Festivus, besides Day of the Dude.
If this is episode 101, why does it say VCP-100-Festivus in the URL, Chuck?
I don't know.
Wow. Labeling inconsistency.
Yeah, I can't think now.
Yep, I'm totally derailed.
Yep.
Programmers are having nightmares.
Well, I'm
catatonic.
more than ready for you to take over some of this administrative piece.
I didn't say anything about that.
Shut the fuck up. So, okay. Greg, tell us about Festivus. Actually, Greg, before we get to Festivus, Greg, what have you been up to in the hobby? Let's connect on that.
I have been painting my Raptors veteran Phobos team, which are my Wolf Scouts. But Raptors are cooler, so that's what I've been doing. Actually nearly done with them. I've got all the specialists done, and I'm working on one. I've almost got one basic dude done, and then I'll probably paint up one extra basic dude just as a just to have everything. So just in case 5 plasma ever becomes a viable list, I want to be able to run 5 plasma.
Okay. And so Elemental Council inspired you is what we're getting out of this.
I mean, Artemax was more or less the best part of Elemental Council, so
I mean, he was badass. Like, we all can agree on that, right?
Yeah. Also, the fact that just Raptor transfers are in the standard Space Marine kits now made it pretty easy. And I don't know, they felt like veteran Phobos, had the right vibe for it.
I agree. 100%.
So you're getting that the traditional green of the Raptors then?
Yeah, I'm doing tactical style, so the olive green, the kind of desert tan, for a lot of the pouches and stuff, and then black brown leather for some of the others, and then those are the main colors, and then just bright blue for accents.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
How's how far are you into them? So are they tabletop ready? I know you went to a tournament. You went to the plasma. Is it plasma spam one?
Yeah, it was the plasma spam's Critmas.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. They weren't done in time for that though, so I was bringing goremongers who were renamed the Doughmongers for that day as
the Doughmongers.
Yeah, it was actually a what's it called, joint ops tournament or whatever, where the cooperative mode, and the NPOs were all actual cookies.
Okay.
So yeah, the lovely folks running the event baked dozens and dozens of little cookie operatives, and they had little cookies for bases, so they were stuck together with icing, and
that's cool.
Yeah, and you could pay CP to eat the operatives and stuff like that. It was really neat.
I think I heard Ryan was on Squad Games, I think, talking about that one. So
yeah, he was.
Yeah. So cool. Well, welcome back. Let's talk Festivus. So Greg, you and I got together last year to talk Festivus a little bit, but for those who haven't listened to that episode or don't know what Festivus is, tell us what Festivus is and what it means to you.
Festivus, for those who don't know, was popularized by the TV show Seinfeld back in the 90s. It was actually one of the final episodes. It was in the last season, towards the end of it. The episode is called The Strike, season 9, episode 12 or 13, I want to say. I don't know exactly. Anyway, but they have a holiday that George's father made up called Festivus. Who he decided he was fed up with all the commercial aspects of Christmas and made his own holiday. The like key features of it, rather than a tree or other decoration, the main feature is an aluminum pole that doesn't need to be decorated. The Festivus feast begins with the airing of grievances, which is the thing that's sort of gotten the most wide popularity outside of the show. And then Festivus ends with the feats of strength, where George is forced to fight his father to conclude Festivus. But the airing of grievances are the things that people know best. You basically, talk about what's pissed you off in the last year, and tell it to the world.
Oh
Yeah, so we polled our community. We also asked the good people over at r/KillTeam on Reddit, and we've got some grievances to air out. Do we want to start with some of our grievances first? Like Connor, let's start with you, buddy. What's a grievance you've got?
I sit in the chat, so if you've already read it, I'm sorry, but and we kind of teased it last episode too. But bring back hordes. I'm tired of elite teams. I want some mid range. I'd like some horde teams. I think the game's more interesting when it's not just sitting on your ass in the back line, waiting till turn 3 starts to play the game, which is what elites like to do.
Especially these 5-man elites.
Yeah, I'm just fucking tired of this game feeling like the first half of the game is just not playing the game. Yeah. It's boring and lame, and I don't like it.
Remember when we were all speculating what a 5-man team would even be like? Like, what could it be? Could it be Terminators? And now it's every goddamn team.
See, and I disagree. I like the KG aspect of it. I hated getting nuked on turn 1 because I positioned poorly or something, or chose the wrong operative to start on engage. So I understand your grievance, and there's a lot of people that feel that way. But I like the KG aspect of it. That's just how I play in general, though.
Make turning point 1 matter again.
I'm fine with the KG game. I would like if the game played the first 2 turns. It feels like I'm fine with turn 1 being positioning, but I would prefer if turn 2 wasn't also positioning the second part, episode 2 of positioning.
Well, is that in the game itself, or is that just how you play?
It's definitely not how I play, but it feels like that's the optimal way, because most of these scorings can't even happen on turn 2 for half the crit ops. Secondaries don't really care. And it just, especially a lot of these very defensive teams, they don't really want to get up in your face, especially as a 5-man team, So it's why I want horde, because then people aren't afraid to lose pieces as much.
Yeah. Gentlemen, one of you want to start with a grievance from the community? We've got the Google Doc queued up, I assume.
Yeah, we'll let Greg start this off since.
All right, let's do it.
Right.
So we'll start off with ABC Shawnathan the Lugger, our good friend Sean. He says, my kill team grievance isn't really a grievance, just a reminder. We play this game to spend time together as well as improve. If you're too focused on winning, you're missing the point. I've seen it recently in a few folks, and I hope it doesn't become more common. So definitely a good grievance, something I can agree with. I'm not a big fan of the winning focused mindset. Play your best game by all means, play competitively by all means. But, for me, the enjoyment of the game has always been about sitting at a table across from someone that you more or less enjoy their company and having fun together,
Connor, I really appreciate you've actually really embraced the not winning mindset lately.
Oh, 100%, man.
So if you ain't losing, you ain't learning, right?
He's learning a lot lately.
Yeah, so let's go with that.
Yeah. Let's see. This is just gonna be passing out gifts. Tyler, here you get the you get the next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Asfear37 on Reddit. They said, I'm sad that they're rotating teams out with the classified system. I understand why, but I don't like it. I wish they'd occasionally cycle back in teams that were cycled out with updated competitive rules, even if that was just one per year, season or year. Let them be classified again for 2 more years with the updated rules. That'd be awesome. It'd also be cool because it'd be good an entry point for 40k players. Not only is there a lot older teams that pulled from 40k, but also because they've been declassified for so long, so many people who play 40K would have access to them and want to try out KillTeam with their team's updated rules. That's my Festivus gripe. So, kind of touching on what we talked about last week there, I think they bring up some good points on there. I don't know. Luckily, we're just getting into the very first classified team, so hasn't been that long yet. So we'll see how much people are missing their teams here in a couple of years, right?
I was interested to see actually. So we had a tournament just recently. We had our White Elephant tournament down at Board Bard Games, and we, out of the 24 players, we had 4 players that brought declassified teams. So I think we had
1/6.
some legionaries. We had legionaries. We had
Hunter Clade from Mr. Connor himself.
That's me.
Hey, we
Did
had
not
Hunter
do as good as
Clade,
the previous week.
and then Wormblade, and what was the other one?
Legionaries?
No, I already said legionaries. Unless there was 2. Was there 2 legionaries?
You mentioned Jay Spake playing the Phobos.
Yeah, Phobos.
Oh, Phobos. Yeah, Jeremy, the sweatiest kill team player.
That's our good friend Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy Sweat. So, so I was interested to see. So yeah, that's what the Spake means. So yeah,
Sweat in Latin.
Good Phobos.
I'm interested to see how more declassified tournaments, what kind of spread we have, especially as we get farther away from the classification. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see what other tournament organizers are doing also here in the coming months. So
well, I know that the Cascade Clash is going to be classified only. So, and that's Aegis Games, who's hosting the Cascade Clash, is the one who made that decision. They wanted to be as close to the competitive in a competitive tournament as possible. So,
well, are they going to do it 11 rounds though? That's the real question.
Fuck.
That's the other big kill team news kind of right now.
Oh yeah. So can we touch on that real quick?
That was going to be my Festivus.
That's my grievance, right?
Yeah,
there.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't been paying attention, the Palm Springs Open is 11 rounds of kill team, and good for them. I hope they have a lot of fun with that. I personally cannot. I fear that Tacoma may be 11 rounds, and I personally cannot do 11 rounds for Tacoma. That's more than I want to play in a weekend. 7-8 rounds, that's totally cool. But if it's 11 rounds, I'm definitely not playing that full event.
I'm looking for 6. I don't even want 7.
Like
the 4 game days is just it's a little much. So.
I'm
3 a day. It's
like
nice.
the hobby portion, honestly, like really, really tempted. I always am, and if it's confirmed to be 11 rounds or maybe even like 9, maybe I'm doing the hobby portion.
I'm curious because they just announced the Adepticon schedule, and so I was perusing that because Nick and I are trying to go to Adepticon again this year. Nice. And the GT and the kill team setup for Adepticon is the same as it was last year. So you have Thursday pods, Friday doubles, and 2 days of grand tournament. So I'm wondering if it's going to be. I'm wondering what they're doing. Why they're pushing people to 11 rounds at Palm Springs.
Does Palm Springs also have a doubles?
No, I think it's just.
So maybe that's why. Is since
are they going to get enough people to play 11 rounds? Like,
I mean,
there's going to be a lot of people
playing 11 rounds.
California is a big place, lots of people, but like maybe that's why they just didn't expect to have a double. So they're like, fuck it, we'll just give Kill Team 3 days, since normally it has 3 days, even if it's split between 2 events. Hopefully that's the case, because while I'm a psychopath that could probably do, like, I'm half tempted to like in January to see, like, could I do 11 games in the course of 3 weeks and like schedule individual games with friends over the course of like Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday, just to see what would that be like. I don't think most people would really want to do that, and especially for something like Tacoma where a lot of people travel from far away. That's like a whole other day of RDO. You're even more exhausted come Monday. If you're traveling home Sunday night, you're dead tired. I think you'd see a huge amount of drops on Sunday, like you see with 40K, where like people have played 2 games of the 2 days of the game, and they're going to be exhausted come that third day.
Yeah. I can't see playing that third day if you're not, unless you're in the top bracket looking for a golden ticket.
Plus, we have a good time on Friday night, and I feel like less people will show up for that if they're tired from one day of playing already and have 2 days left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chucky Con this year, man, that was one game a day for 3 days, and that was a lot. I mean, trying to do 4.
To be fair, I think we were a little bit more.
Yeah, there's a
little bit more going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we had a lot of dumb videos to watch. We made Connor watch Mallrats, and
that's true. We had to watch Mallrats.
Yeah, which was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
you're welcome. So,
we gotta do Clerks for 2026, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Or Dogma.
Do you guys like Clerks 2?
I don't even know if I've seen Clerks 2.
I heard that one is not nearly as good, and I was watching like a funny video, and he's like, and people like this, but then again, people like Clerks 2, and I was like, is that a hot take? I need to ask the boys about that.
Yeah, Clerks 2 is okay. It wasn't great. Clerks 3, that was, it was unnecessary. I guess Kevin Smith was trying to do a personal project, really.
Was Clerks 3 the one that dropped a couple years ago?
Yeah, it was pretty recent. It was 2014, 2015, something like that.
Oh my God, really?
Or not 15. Sorry, 2024, 2025.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's not this decade. Mark out.
You said I thought it was recent. That was when I was back in high school. What the fuck? It can't be that recent. 2022. It was COVID times.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's fair. Time was weird. Yeah. Anyways, Festivus. Don't make Tacoma open 3 days, please. That would suck. I think for most people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't make the GT 3 days, guys. Come on. I mean, I know you listen to us.
We are the most influential people in the KillTeam scene, obviously.
On the other hand, Connor, if you're the only sweaty nerd that can handle it, that's your golden ticket, right?
I mean, it is in theory because I'm dumb and stupid, and I just fully embrace I'll just fuck it. I'll go back to Nemesis Claw. Sorry, Tristan. That'll lead us into our next Festivus. But I know their rules pretty well at this point and can be comfortable with them. As long as they don't keep catching nerfs, which is what Tristan's Festivus complaints were. What the hell? I had them pulled up a second ago. Now I can't find them.
I've got it here. So Connor, Tristan said, my grievance is that Connor got my favorite team nerfed and bring back old Vox Scream.
Second part, absolutely correct. Bring it back. First part, my bad, Tristan. I'm so sorry. I didn't expect GW to be like, haha, fuck this guy. We finally got him back and we're going to nerf the team he just spent so much time building and converting lovingly.
I mean, of course they would, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's karmic energy for when you got burned out on KillTeam.
It's clearly a personal attack, just like how GW hates AdMech, according to the AdMech subreddit. We're so punished. They keep giving 30K releases. So yeah, sorry, Tristan. That's on me. So that's why I've stopped playing Wolf Scouts. You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
That's your Christmas gift to Tristan as you stop playing Wolf Scouts after you got your ass kicked at Brandon's tournament?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, good job. Greg, did you run into Wolf Scouts in your tournament?
Well, it wasn't. It was PV. I guess it was PV until the final round. So the third round was actually just a regular match play. But that one round I was matched into Deathwatch, which not a great match for Gormongers. So
no, I don't. I'd imagine it would be. So
yeah,
Connor,
I had 3 Gormongers.
Greg, hold on. Connor just
we're gonna need some screen caps on this one.
Jesus Christ, Connor just dumped his fucking water bottle all over himself.
It's the bottle's mostly empty. And so the straw for my sippy cup wasn't working. So I was like, I'll just do that. And then I kind of had a hiccup right as I was tilting the bottle. Thank God we record now.
That's the time that my drinking problem started.
Yeah.
That's when we're done with Festivus, we can talk about drinking problems.
Yeah, apparently you have one.
Connor hasn't seen Airplane, has he?
I've seen Airplane.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's move on to the next one. I got one here for you too. I got the Zarin from the Zarin tier of our Patreons. Zarin's grievance. My grievance is the rules are more confusing than ever, and that it's making it much less fun to hang out with people and play Kill Team. As Sean says, we should be doing it's either ignore when your opponent plays rules wrong and just play, or try to get the rules right and have a bad time telling your opponent they're doing it wrong. So people moving clearly 1 inch further than they should be able to is the number one thing I see, and I ignore it because I'm tired of correcting. So yeah, I agree with that. Although I don't know. I think you also have to have a stern hand with those people and tell them to quit fucking moving wrong.
Yeah.
So, because I think you're doing the whole community a disservice if you're not telling them about it. But it is a pain in the ass too when you're like, it seems like they're getting a lot more movement than they really should be. So.
Also, not wrong either with just like the rules being really confusing. There's definitely some rules that got simplified, but there was a whole conversation I saw either yesterday or today about like whether severe like rending procs if it's retained automatically, through the Wormblade or the Broodrose ploy or something. And it's just like, yeah, that was all consistent at the start of the edition, and they've since changed it, and now it's different depending on the team, like grudge tokens with salvagers versus like auto retaining severe and shit. It's just, come on.
Yeah.
It was really nice for like that 1 week when the edition came out, and it was relatively consistent. And then as it's gone on, it's gotten less and less consistent, and that's getting crazy. Like how like why like Stronghold doors versus Vulcus doors, like they were separate and you interacted with them differently. That's a silly. Come on, let's not be goofballs about the shit.
I mean, at least they've resolved those, so they both
true.
now.
But like for everyone they resolve, they introduced 2 more that so step forward, 2 backwards, or whatever.
And then the whole thing with firefight ploys, that one annoys me.
Fucking God, yeah, that one's stupid as shit.
They went and changed the wording on so many abilities that, to make them work during the strategy phase. And then they say firefight ploys specifically don't work during the strategy phase.
Another inconsistency, practically every leader ability is a strategic gambit, right? This one I know personally is off. Nemesis Claw Prescience token isn't a strategic gambit. And I played that wrong for like ever. My bad. Mind you, I don't think it really changes anything. But like, why the hell is that one not and every other one is? Let's just get some level consistency, please.
Yeah, bring back gambling also for Hand of the Archon.
Yeah,
that's my gripe. So
yeah, degenerates need to gamble.
New Year's Eve, Tyler. We'll go to the casino. Do you guys have like a bunch of casinos down in Oregon?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I wasn't sure. Like I just like every time I drive down to Portland, I like pass like 12, so it's always fun. I'm like, I just don't know if they're in Oregon a ton.
Yeah, they're mostly like towards the coast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
I'm not one like Ilana. That's like the big one.
Yeah,
that's up near Ilana.
Yeah,
that's outside of Ridgefield. So for those who know, and there's a new In-N-Out there too. So in Ridgefield,
still haven't been able to get there. Every time I drive
burgers, Walter.
It's like 12 million fucking cars, and
what's the point? Why go to? I don't understand why go to In-N-Out. I almost want to go back to eating meat just for like one fucking day to find out if it's worth it, just so I can shit on it even harder.
It's not really, but it's nostalgia, and it's relatively cheap for a pretty goddamn good burger.
It is solid.
How much is your fucking time worth?
Sitting at the Ridgefield, that's why I'm not going. But like most of the other In-N-Outs are fine.
Connor, check your insulin.
You got to hit the In-N-Outs at like 11 a.m. Prompt. So
just go to Burgerville.
Yeah, I think I went to that one in Salem like twice when I was there.
I'll be right back. Diabetes emergency.
Awful. Burgerville is horrible. Super Deluxe is like the best chain in the Portland area if you want a burger.
Yeah. Let's see. Connor's trying not to die.
I'll read the next one.
Yeah, go for it.
Our good friend Max. She says, I have beef with Games Workshop for the lack of consistency when it comes to uploading rules to Warhammer Community. So not just rules consistency by themselves, but uploads to Warhammer Community. Adding team and scenario rules that come in their release boxes to the website for download is great, but they don't do this for anything released in White Dwarf for some reason. And she wasn't on the podcast last week when they did the classified episode. Well, that was on y'all, not me.
Sorry, Max.
Yeah, the valid complaint. Although we haven't had a White Dwarf release in 4 years?
I think she's just talking about the scenarios.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think she's talking about the team. I think because she's a big fan of the narrative stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah, they've done a few narrative releases in White Dwarf.
Yeah. I think they just. I thought I bought a White Dwarf recently, thinking I was getting some narrative stuff for KillTeam, and then I realized it was the next episode or next edition, and I grabbed the wrong one. I haven't even opened it yet, so that was $10 down the drain. So, yeah, they're expensive. Magazines are expensive.
Dude, they really are these days.
I expect to pick up a magazine for like $3, and magazines are like $8 to $10 each.
Now we're getting to our old man grievances.
Yeah.
Back in my day. Yes, Max, our social media queen. If you've noticed, the Vox Cascadia Instagram is much more active and better now because we quit having me and Connor do nothing with it. So thank you, Max, for taking that over and posting on there for us.
Absolutely. I mean, like, you know, one thing I can't say is at least we do have like up through part of the last season, you know, on our mission packs available through the app. So that's not so bad. Better than it used to be, right?
You know, compounding on that, I would spend money if they would just put the damn core rule book on the app.
God,
why is it that the one piece of
for real
rules that's not on the app is the damn core rules?
The core rule book.
And so many things, like, you know, in the erratas and FAQs and balance changes reference the damn core rules, but then you have to go to a separate document for that.
Yep.
Yeah. I will buy a friggin' download code for the KillTeam rulebook. Damn it!
Give us download code when we purchase the big box set.
Yeah, I mean, or that too. But like, I will pay them again just to make this happen because I want it that badly.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go over to Reddit since Connor's not back yet. Let's see. Rofus said, "Listen, you've all disappointed me a lot this year, and now you're going to hear about it." So I'm hoping that's not directly at Vox Cascadia, but
it was actually you specifically, you and Connor, not me.
It said
not
you've all. So it was. I think that's the three of us. So
I think it's just meant to be a paraphrasing of the line from the show.
Gotcha.
Because he says,
"You got
a lot of problems with you people, and now you're going to hear about it."
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like Greg. Honestly, I was like, "Is that Greg's account?" I was confused because it sounded like they were talking about us three specifically. And I'm like, "Yeah, we do a lot of dumb stuff, but like, not that bad." Also, I'm not dying. Yay.
That's good.
Good.
If you were dying, I wouldn't expect you to come back. I'd maybe like come back and like turn off your camera. Or have Sierra do that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did though. Rofus asked, "What would your feat of strength be?" And my feat of strength is putting up with Connor for an hour every week.
You didn't even update my upvote my comment in response to you, Chuck. You dick.
Nope, I downvoted it. But I said actually my feat of strength would be how far can I throw this dice that keeps rolling ones. So I feel like that's a pretty solid feat of strength there.
Valid.
So yeah.
My feat of strength is not buying every single kit that I like desire remotely, you know, when I'm in a game store. It's so hard spending all this weekend in Board Bard, you know, like just like looking at models, walking through the aisles, being like, I should buy this.
Hey, where the fuck was it, Connor?
What do you mean?
I
You grabbed.
thought. What did you lose?
I lost my my Captain Artemis and my little paint handle thing.
I thought you lost the plague.
No, I kept this one, but I couldn't find the Watch Captain Artemis after, which is the one I won from the event. So I was showing up this one to be like, haha, I bought the one Chuck wanted. There were two at one point.
Did you ask? Call
No, I need to give him a call tomorrow. I completely forgot. But also, it's not something I'm like super worried about because I don't have like a special need for Watch Captain Artemis. But I was just like, damn it, because I was like, damn it, I could have used that.
Did he get a new kit, or is it still the old like firstborn kit that's like 20 years old?
He's still the old one. There's rumors he's going to get a new one in 11th edition when they're supposed to update a lot of the characters that didn't get an updated kit but still have a modern data sheet.
It was like the first character model I ever painted.
Yeah, they need to redo that whole strike force, you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, like the one that comes with like the Outrider and everything.
Yep, absolutely.
Max also commented on the feat of strength. She said her feat of strength is going to be convincing this trio of reprobates to pay their social media person her.
I thought reprobating made you blind.
It does. It also causes you to grow hair on your phone.
Eyes. Yeah.
Oh.
Nope.
No, you've been masturbating. It's different.
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't want to ever do video, but you know, paused for you guys. All right.
Connor
who's
puts
got next
the probe in reprobate.
That's good.
What does reprobate mean?
I'll look it up.
Max knows bigger words than I do.
That's too
so.
fucking smart for us. That's the problem.
It's a like similar to like delinquent.
Yeah,
Morally
where's it come
corrupt,
from?
unprincipled, wicked person, someone rejected by God. Sounds about
yeah,
right.
absolutely. Yeah.
Beyond
Is it in the
salvation.
Bible?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
Yeah.
It comes
This is
from
just
Latin,
weird.
rooted in probere, to prove/test, and its opposition, reprobare, to disapprove/condemn. Originally meaning someone proven to be worthless or rejected by God.
Yeah.
Fuck,
I agree.
That's intense.
I agree.
Yeah, it's us.
I get
It's
that.
not God loved everyone.
Jenna shut the door in the face of some Mormons today who were trying to talk to her because they wouldn't shut up.
Oh, they want to leave her alone?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
sad.
I definitely had some come this weekend. I just like waved them by the door. Goodbye, gentlemen.
I just
all right.
lie to them and tell them I'm still Catholic, and then I feel bad afterwards. But it's okay.
Sinner.
I'm going to hell probably.
I mean, you
what-
can't just leave a cult.
Yeah, I'd be like, once you're Catholic, you're always Catholic unless you like write the Pope.
Is
Like,
that
it's
how
like-
that? I did
yeah.
get confirmed in like 8th grade, so maybe
Yeah,
I still.
once you're baptized, you're in forever until you like officially resign.
Yeah.
And even then, they don't always release you.
Sweet. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to heaven still. Let's go.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
You lived in sin.
Mhm.
So, Addie, Spice Queen of the Ratlings. My Rattling Raider failed a KO on a Space Marine who only had 6 wounds, which was very annoying for me. So I would like to publicly blast Bannon Davu. I'm missing that's the name of her Rattling Raider.
That's fair. Get
Yeah.
it together, Bannon.
Yeah, come
Eat
on.
it. Eat the model.
Yeah.
Assert your dominance.
Especially like a rattling, small model to eat.
Yeah, I hear they taste good. I mean, they're well fed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was trying to listen to the Wraithrone Phoenix, which is a Warhammer crime novel, and there's like a prominent rattling section, and they're just like always talking about food. Everything's related to food. It feels like I'm listening to The Hobbit, but then it gets grim dark. It's like I'm a hobbit and I like food, but also killing. At moments, and I'm like, okay, I can't do this. So now I'm listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I don't know how much better it does. But like
I really liked how they did Rain and Rouse in the Blackstone Fortress books, because
Yeah.
they weren't like just about food. They were like, they were sort of like your Cockney ne'er-do-wells, right? Like,
absolutely.
they're the fun little like comic relief to that series.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away. Yeah, I feel like the first section of DCC was a little bit rough just because it's very exposition heavy. It gets better, but I understand if Tyler doesn't like it.
I'm giving it a shot. Like
you're doing it faster than I am, so well done.
But it's very in your face.
Yes.
What it is. It's like, oh yeah, for sure. This is what this is. All right. Oh, yep. It's still doing what it's doing. Like it's not that it's bad. I just like.
It's just
You
not our
said you're
type
on
of
like
humor.
chapter 5. You don't even have you gotten any farther than chapter 5?
I'm going to continue to listen, but like
I mean, if you're at I just grabbed my copy. If you're on chapter 5, you haven't even got to like the
cat's talking.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Right.
the cat's talking.
There we go.
She's leveled up. She has the sepsis crown. Like
Crown of Sepsis whore, get it right.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's very edgy at every moment. It can be, and like it's not that it's bad. It's just not necessarily my thing. Like so. Yeah.
All right. I got gripes now. So Reddit. Ultimentera has a couple. So current trend of power creep and lack of playtesting releases. The worst offenders so far are Sanctifiers, Goremongers, Canoptic, and Wolf Scouts. It's blatantly obvious that very little is being done in the way of balancing and playtesting. A team should never be so dominant on release it becomes a running joke.
Yeah,
So.
no, agreed. Like
Agreed.
I think that from what I understand, boxes are tested internally against each other. And they're not always tested like the most extreme levels. So that's why you see some of the imbalances.
Well, I also wonder, and John Reach brought this up on his balance video, about if you compare the new releases to the power level of teams at the start of the edition. So like your Legionaries, your Warp Coven, your Hierotech, things like that at the start of the edition. They're kind of comparable. So you have to wonder, were they play tested when that was the power level, right? Because
For sure.
given how long the development cycle is, that's a feasible speculation.
100%. Like, you have to figure this stuff takes a while on there. Like, everything was at its most extreme state. So maybe what we really need to do is, like, we need to release all the teams for the season and then unnerf all of them and play them, you know? Let it go hog wild.
I mean, maybe that's an experiment you should do. Maybe we should go back and play Wolf Scouts against like pre-nerf, like Warp Coven or Legionaries.
Yeah.
Canoptech pre-nerf versus Hyrotech pre-nerf.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Like, I think that all of those teams would give Wolf Scouts a run for their money, you know?
yeah. I haven't actually like. I haven't watched really a Wolf Scouts game, and my only experience with Wolf Scouts is Connor falling on his face with them. So I'm not convinced that they're that good. So maybe I'll just have to play someone they can dumpster me, and then I'll be on that train. So, they also said the climb and drop rules are an absolute mess to the point that one of the most prolific representatives of the hobby is saying things like, "Don't play Volcus, don't play on open," due to climbing and dropping rules being an absolute mess. Climb, drop, and the way ladders work needs to be simplified.
I'm confused who they're talking about with that regard.
Maybe Glass Half Dead?
It's
Or
Dakota.
Oh, it's
I
Dakota.
guarantee it's Dakota, because Dakota was saying the other day that a couple episodes ago they were saying that he thinks that Volcus or excuse me, Tomb World or Into the Dark is the best way to play.
I can see that, but I'm just curious if he's like, because he hates the climb and drop stuff. I think it's definitely the simplest one to learn on, just because you don't have to worry about 3D and like accurate and all that shit. But
I don't know. I mean, I feel like doors and teleporters, that's like a whole new layer of complexity compared to climbing and dropping. I think that's way worse. Especially since there's a lot of questions about the teleporter that's not answered.
Yeah.
For example, can the Brood Brothers Patriarch even use a teleporter? It is unclear.
because you can't go more than...
You can't move more than 9 inches, and they haven't defined what the distance of a teleport is.
That's fair. They also said Volk is an absolute mess. The building strongholds should never have been treated differently. Connor, you talked about this earlier from the rest of the map. They said bad teams. They also said the bad teams are desperately in need of help, and they aren't getting it. Scouts, Casterkin, my babies, Pathfinders, fuck them, Kroot, Deathcore, Blooded, just to name a few. GW needs to not be afraid to completely rework a team from the ground up. Complete new suite of ploys, stats, abilities. Rules are free online. If they don't have to try and stick to existing card sets as much as possible. So they did this with Warp Coven last edition, right? Like middle of the edition, they kind of reworked the entire team.
They did a pretty hefty one, but I wouldn't say like fully reworked.
Yeah.
They still relatively played the same, like, or had the same rules. It was just when they finally like buffed rubrics really heavily to not be complete ass and made their... It was when they got these sorcerer's ploys where they worked like Hierotech did, whereas until the person died, they used that ability again, or the end of their next action, essentially.
I mean, Warp Coven really, it was just a bunch of small changes that just kept stacking on each other, especially with rubrics, right? It was like, we'll add one little change to rubric, and then we'll add another, and then another. I think
it was in Season 3, they finally did, like, with 1 or 2 balanced data slates left before the edition, is they finally did, like, the huge... Here's everything Warp Coven players have been asking for a while. Because I remember there was that big patch where people were like, "Oh my god, finally this team is like not only playable, but like not just annoying to play because there's so many random restrictions that don't exist anymore."
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, I think that there's going to be limited resources allocated, obviously, to reworking old teams, especially when they have to balance all of the teams. But I hope that like we see a buff to a lot of the teams that aren't getting the love that they really deserve.
Yeah. They also said, fuck, like,
Hey,
you don't even want to play them, dude.
I would play them maybe if they were good. I would give it a shot.
There's one person here who has a fully painted Battleclade team.
Yeah, I didn't.
Hey, you.
It's you. I give you credit for that. I said, well done. They look nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Say nice things about them. What's your favorite part? Okay. They also said when there's a hole in the rules, like there was for some time with obelisk nodes and how those work in canoptic, GW needs to be far better at addressing those quickly. TOs should not have to be coming up with their own rulings. So I agree. How does the dog move?
The dog.
How does the dog in Wolf Scouts move?
What do you
You mean like with pivoting and shit?
Oval days, yeah.
Mm. Oh. Yeah, no,
it's
that's
under the reposition, you know.
Yeah,
So,
but I mean, where do you move it from? Can't you get some extra movement out of it right now, basically?
I like,
I think there's some people out there trying to game it a little bit. I mean, I think the most
Where's-
logical thing is you sort of measure from the same point on the base, right, and do all your movement that way.
Yeah.
And obviously make sure that if you're going around a corner, your entire base has to clear it. You can't, you can't game it and just try to spin.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is not clearly defined, which is unfortunate. That problem still exists for the arquebus, but nobody takes the arquebus, so I guess nobody cared until now.
right, like
the arquebus really was moving that much. But
Yeah,
the wolf definitely is.
It also can't charge 10 inches. So
yep.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Connor,
Yes.
read out a gripe.
Okay. We did that one. We crossed that. Oh,
good.
you know what? We'll do my buddy Mark from Vox Stream. Shout out to Mark. Hope you're doing well, buddy. He says, why do Hearth Consoliders suck? They were so much fun when they had 2 AP2 guns, true, and grenades that hit on 2+ when proximate firepower was up. Marines get to shoot twice with their plasma guns now. Make my short kings feel chopped for real, for real. Apparently, Sean then talked to him, said they're not as bad as they once were, but you know what? Give them 2 piercing 2 guns back. Why not? And speaking of kind of shooting twice with their plasma guns, let's bring up Olivia's good point. Why can't stealth shoot twice?
Wow, you took mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I figured it was a natural progression, but
we don't need double shooting melta guns though. They have 2 fusion guns.
maybe
How about on the burst
fusion.
cannon?
Yeah.
Burst cannons.
Wait, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could see them having a ploy or something like subtract 1 attack die, but shoot twice or something. That which is separate from their torrent profile.
Yeah, I think that's valid. Like maybe it removes torrent, but you can shoot twice.
Yeah, like you can shoot 2 different targets that are not within an inch of each other or something.
Exactly.
I don't know. Honestly, that whole change, right? That where they gave a lot of the the DACA guns the torrent profile, like they're all torrent 1 inch though, and it's just like not enough to ever be viable. I really wish it were like torrent 2.
No one is ever within an inch of each other, like except for the very beginning of the game. I feel like
It's just to give them lethal 5 on Into the Dark. And
but
Sure.
I'm curious if losing a dice is worth lethal 5, because most of them it's like they're focused. They have 5 dice, and the torrent's 4 dice.
But like a heavy bolter should be able to spray, like a decent area. Like I think that's what they were going for, was the idea that you're shooting a spread, and it certainly is better than the way it was last year or last edition, where
absolutely
you had to split your dice between multiple targets. That was just awful, and you never did it.
Yeah.
But like it should be more than 1 inch.
I mean, isn't torrent just basically like worse blast now?
I mean, it's always been a worse blast, but
I mean, it's specifically just like blast you have to have a valid target for them, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but the 1 inch, right? The 1 inch is really the key.
Yeah.
Torrent 2 would be better.
Valerie, why can't my Vespids use fly when there's a door?
Vespids are so hard to play on Galadark or
Yeah.
Tomb Worlds. I've tried it, and it's just such a pain.
No. CB did great with them this weekend, though.
Yeah, CB,
Yeah,
CB
absolutely killed.
You mean 2 weekends ago, since we're putting this out next week?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, no, CB pipped Olivia by I think like a point to take down the Red Gabo tournament at Board Pard.
rad.
Yeah, it was real close. We had three undefeated people, including Meg, and it came down to like the last. Olivia thought she had it, and it came down to the last like play of what was it? Mike Mello and CB. So.
Yeah.
It
was really good, interesting games this weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Back to Reddit. Dakarest says, has to be the current balance. All the teams I love in second edition are effectively unplayable against anything from the last few release cycles. Also, they miss Fire Warriors and Kill Team.
I mean, the Fire Warriors haven't been Kill Team in a minute since Compendium.
That's
so
really missing them then. No,
absolutely. So, I don't know how soon you're going to get them back. So you maybe miss them for a long time. Sorry, Rob.
David Rellim says, why are we not more annoyed Wolf Scout Sprue doesn't build every specialist? It's not like GW, or it's not like Death Watch with a billion guys. There's 6 specialists. 5 models and a dog. Boo, GW.
And it's weird too, right? Because Death Watch came with 10, although you do need 11. But Death Watch came with 10, and then Wolf Scouts and Murder Wing are coming with fewer than you need to build the whole team.
Yeah.
Because Murder Wing, I guess you get 5 plus the Chaos Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Actually, Kyle, good.
Oh, didn't get the runs pointed out that it's about to happen with Murder Wing, like you mentioned there.
Yeah.
Congratulations on not getting the runs, by the way.
I will say, I guess they made the Disruptor, the Death Watch Disruptor, the model of the month, and I think he would be like, if you went and picked that up, you could use the arms from whichever dude you didn't build, and maybe add a few more like Wolfie little bits to make him your your Frost Eye, because he's got all the like marksman type, he's got the sensor pack and all that stuff. I think he would make a good Frost Eye.
I think that's actually what I built my Frost Eye out of, is one of the Deathlot sprues that I had.
Oh, yeah. So. All right, Kyle says, I have had it up to here with this gunfighter. I believe they posted a picture in the Discord, too. She's using up all the main character energy on the team and has never done anything of note, often missing entirely. You've got 2 guns. Hit something. I like this one because this was my my double pistol guy on Corsairs, the Starstorm Duelist. That frickin' fusion pistol, I would always roll like 1 hit, and then I'd like re-roll into another miss, and it would just do nothing. Then I'd shoot with the Shuriken pistol with the second shot, and also do nothing, and just be sad.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the Aquilon's gunfighter. I believe you're right. They did post a picture that I didn't get in the our little Google Doc here. Let's see. Tyler, give us a grievance.
Yeah, Jed said scouts have the worst ploys. They have the worst everything but faction rule. Everything comes with a million caveats. 3/4 of the ploys outright can't be used. The enemy is within 6 inches. Total BS. So,
yeah, I mean,
valid right there. Scouts really don't have any love right now. They don't got no motion.
Yeah, weren't they basically just like broken for a minute, and then
I mean, like, I don't know if they're broken. They were just like annoying with their power knives, right? Like,
yeah,
it was they got the extra guy.
The Force 6 knives.
Force 6 knives was crazy,
ridiculous.
Yeah, just out of place. Like it was incongruous with with everything in the lore and like the game.
Scout Squad is out. Wolf Squad, or both scouts are in.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically.
Greg, you're a Goremonger player. You want to take this one from Mosick?
Sure. My grievance is that Goremongers have a PR problem for being an anti-horde team in an elite meta. Release and buff more horde teams so that people will be grateful when I eat them, please. I wholeheartedly support this. And also it reiterates Connor's grievance about not enough horde teams. Or they're really, I don't know, Space Marines are fun. I like having the different flavors of Space Marines that we've seen lately, but like it's been too much lately. Death Watch, Wolf Scouts, Murder Wing. I mean, that's a lot of Space Marines. Let's see some higher.
Even if not teams. Space Marines, it's still 2 other elite teams with Canoptic and Ravener.
Yeah, and Stealth Suits also.
Yeah, Stealth Suits. Yep.
And Stealth Suits got a 3-up armor save too. So do Murder Wing. Like it's a lot of power armor.
Sisters are probably gonna have a 3-up.
Oh yeah, definitely the power armor this time. So
everything 3-up save.
3-up
I guess Raveners are 5-ups.
But they're hiding in cover, so you're not getting all of your bullets on them. So it's rough.
All right, let's see. We have back from, so those are the ones from our community. We appreciate you putting all those in. Thank you so much. Let's go back to Reddit. So Asphere37 said, I'm sad that they rotate teams out with the classified system. I understand why, but I don't like it. I wish
You already read
occasionally-
this.
I read
Did
this
you?
one.
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
yeah, someone did.
Jeez, that was the first
I
one
should have put them in the notes. So this is a really big gripe. So
Good thing you do meticulous
yeah,
editing.
First
Yeah,
glance,
that's us, baby.
yeah.
also basically echoed that same thing. If you want to touch on that, they don't play tournaments, so they're a little bit biased. But they should have updated compendium for this edition, for newbies and the casual crowd. You know, I'm gonna hard disagree with that one. We don't compendium like declassified is compendium. You know, it's compendium all over again with a lot of the debate on it. You know, should the teams be there? Like, yeah, sure, like play them, whatever. They have rules, you know. But like, I understand it is what it is. Like at this point.
Compendium should stay dead.
Yeah, but
it
compendium
took
needs
so much away from the game.
absolutely.
All your dumb compendium arguments. What did it take away from the game? If people want to play those teams, let them fucking play the teams.
Also, it's not
Flavor.
compendium because compendium was never said to continue to get rules the entire time. Like
I
these
like-
teams have been promised rules since the introduction of the declassified system.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean,
we'll see what
sure,
rules
we'll
they get.
see, but if like GW's reiterated it at least like 6 times that they'll continue to get updates and balanced data slates and all that shit. It's not like
We'll
compendium
find out.
where like from week 1 we all knew it was a holdover until more teams came out.
Yeah. I mean, like we'll see. Like with that, like I'm still interested to see how much they actually update them and change, and how much they need to be changed. You know, before they just kind of like fall off on their own.
No,
because
I mean
of lack of
100%.
availability.
But it's just like it's not compendium all over again.
You know, like is it? You
I
know, they're being relegated to compendium rather than classified. We just changed the word.
I mean, it's not like people weren't playing compendium all the way through the end of the edition, though. And
I'm
having
not saying
success
that
with
it's
them.
not. It's just similar. You know,
I hard disagree. I don't think it's similar in any regard.
not current teams. It's the same thing. You know,
They are current.
But,
They
like,
are
They're current
teams.
teams. They're teams that were designed with the modern kill team rule set. Compendium weren't when they still had fire team system. That was never used after the compendium. But like Vet Guard were designed with Kill Team 21 rules in mind. So were Commandos and Blooded and Phobos and so on.
yeah. No, I agree. Like, but similar. You know, agree to disagree. Right. This is one of those times where I can use that and not feel like a dick.
I hate that one
I
so
hate
much.
that one.
You guys, Jen, I fucking hate it.
If someone goes agree to disagree, I'm like,
So you're wrong. You're wrong, and you don't want to keep fighting about it. Is what
absolutely.
it is. So
Yeah. If you say it like Ron Burgundy, that's okay.
gentlemen, any other particular gripes that y'all have?
No, it's Kill Team. 10,000 years of Kill Team. We love Kill Team, right?
I just want them to clean up a bunch of rules interactions. Again, I brought up the Brood Brothers Patriarch. The teleporter is still kind of a mess. The Terrachem grenade, whatever they call it, the grenade with Terrachem from Nemesis Claw. That's completely unclear how it works. As far as how it interacts with some things like Feldmore, right? Because they said the things that do 0 damage don't trigger, won't kill something with Frenzy, but then it has devastating 3 but 0 damage. So can it not kill? Can it not put down a frenzied Felgor?
Yeah.
And there's like other implications from that with other 0 damage weapons, depending on how you rule it. So it's really something that needs a clear ruling. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff that's kind of a mess. I mean, that document that we had for Killscreen 4 was like 20 pages where we had to make decisions on all of these things.
Yeah.
But at least we got cool models, right? Like
At least we get cool models. Yeah.
that's what
Super cool models.
So
Yeah. My gripe is that I don't have enough time or energy to paint all my miniatures and play Kill Team. So
for real.
yeah, I'm hoping to get more Sunday Kill Team up at Mind Taker here because life stuff's changing. So I'll have more Sundays in Vancouver. So I'm hoping to get back at the Vancouver crew over here and play. So I'm also going to gripe that Greg lives on the other side of the country.
True.
Absolutely. Biggest gripe of them all.
Yeah, that's a good gripe. I gripe at that too.
So
we miss you, bro.
Greg, do you have a Festivus tree?
Pole.
I've been thinking about getting a pole. I found one for like $80 or something, but not this year. Since we're leaving to go to Florida in a couple days, we didn't really do much to decorate.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sure you can just bring like a 4-foot pole on a plane. They wouldn't mind that.
They just,
Well, I mean, we're taking a car, but even better.
Even
Just-
better, yeah.
Tape it to the roof.
I think they make poles that like go up and down easily inside of someone's house. So
Yeah, I've heard something about that.
I don't know how my folks would feel about it.
Like
Yeah,
for like pull-up
absolutely.
bars, right, Tyler?
yeah, something like that.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Thank you for
I have
thank
one
you for-
more Festivus. Sorry.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No, that's it. Sorry, we're cutting the
Oh,
line
okay.
there.
All right, fine, go.
Where the hell is my second classified AdMech team? This is bullshit. Salvagers and Jaegers came out like back to back. Dwarves have like 5 players in the entire fucking world in our brand new faction. We've been a faction since like day 1, technically, not really. We've been a faction since like 7th edition. But like, what the fuck, GW? Come on. There's so much cool shit you can do with AdMech. Where the hell is it?
Yeah.
Hey, I hate to point this out. So did AdMech come out before Tau?
I mean, like as a faction playable, no.
I mean, in the game itself,
In the lore, yes.
in Big 40K though.
And no, Tau were a thing since I think 3rd or 4th. AdMech.
I was just gonna say because there's like 5 Tau teams
That's
basically.
fine
4.
with me. I don't give a fuck. Tau are cool, and there's a lot. Tau have a bunch of cool shit you can do with them, and they have. They've done Pathfinders, they've done fire or not fire suits, stealth suits, Kroot, Vespid. AdMech have as much variety as that. All we've
Maybe
got
that's
is
your answer.
servitors.
AdMech aren't that cool.
Well, they're cool to me, and I'm on a podcast, so I get to complain about things that affect me. You put me on this podcast, Truck. You have no one to blame but yourself.
I got other people to blame too. So, anyways, thank you everybody for listening to us. Tyler, can you do it? Can you successfully do all the the
Yeah.
shout-outs?
So you can check us out at Vox Cascadia Podcast on Patreon. Vox Cascadia Podcast on Patreon. Come on, that's what it is.
Patreon.com/VoxCascadia.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing.
Sure, yeah. I'll type in at
Vox-
Voxcadia Podcast Patreon and see if we pop up.
Yeah, if you Google it, like that's good enough. Vox Cascadia on Instagram. Lowbrow Minis is me. Spanaway is Connor. Penny Cape Minis is Chuck. We love you. Good night.
Good.
And Merry Christmas.
We say happy holidays. Christmas is dead. We can't do that.
Trump's
Yeah.
president. I can't be
War
woke
on
anymore.
Christmas.
The war on Festivus.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you do type in at Vox Cascadia Podcast on Patreon, it pops up with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tough.